Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You are watching Life with Michelle and Company, and when you have some time, you know the usual, hit that subscribe button so you will know when the new videos are out. So you're seeing me with all these feathers and all these colors, and you're trying to figure out about what really going on. Well, Miami Carnival is coming up in 3 weeks. Not only is fall starting, but also Miami Carnival will be approaching. So this is all the glitz and glam we'll be following. An inspo look I saw on Instagram with the gradient of colors that I'm wearing. Of course, the costume that I am looking towards to get the inspiration is from REVEL NATION CARNIVAL, which is who I usually play with. And their section for this year, which is Threads of Time, the section is called LIAN. And it's more of a neon costume with some pink and some orange, and it is just a beautiful combination of colors. It's exactly as you see on my eyes, but of course I don't have the representation in an actual costume, so I did improvise with what I had. Now with the inspiration picture, I came as close as I can with the colors. Maybe it could have been a little bit more intense, but of course with the pictures on Instagram, they do play with the contrast, so it appears a little bit deeper than usual. But this is the actual concept, and I loved it because she used gems, and just a few gems, but it's just as impressive as the picture. The only thing I deviated from the picture is the lips. She used like a nude type color for lips, and I went with full orange because the costume for LIAN does have the orange in it, and I wanted to push that color forward instead of the pink, which is the usual. So it's gonna be a lot of blending. Hope you guys have your face gems and face glue. And of course, I must bring to mention Miami Carnival, or any type of carnival makeup, it's about layers and it's about a lot of setting spray because the makeup look has to last. So as you can see during the actual video that I'm going to show you guys, my staying power products that I use for carnival, so it's stay all day. The first thing is the concealer. It is Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and I showed this one. Then when I go into the foundation, it's the Becca. They don't make this anymore. It's the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-hour foundation. So you hear the words 24-hour, long-lasting. So that's that. And then for the setting sprays, I set in between with Derma Blend, Lock and Last, water-resistant setting spray up to 24 hours. You know this one. And then I final seal it with the Loreal Infallible 3-second setting. This is up to 36 hours. And let me tell you guys something. This worked way better than this. I was a big fan of the one size, and I still am, but one size will be for when I'm doing like light errands, or I'm at a night party, or I forgot to set my face and I do have that setting spray, the travel size, in my car, and that's what I would use. But for the carnival itself, during the day when it's hot, this Infallible lasted all day, and I also use it on the girls that I did makeup for. So if you are needing a setting spray for carnival, you got to get the Infallible, the L'Oreal Infallible, up to 36 hours, 3-second spray. Not only does it hold it together, but it does hydrate as well, which is something that you don't get from the one size. They're both aerosol sprays, but the L'Oreal does have a hydrating factor to it. Now that you see the look, now that you see the costume, now you've gotten an idea of what we're working with, and it's a lot of products. Time to get into this look. So get all your tools together, get all your setting sprays together, your foundation, your concealers, and let's get to work. It's about carnival. Let's take a peek. There's a clue that I can find. So this is REVEL NATION's carnival costume, LIAN, which flows into the look that I found on Instagram that goes perfectly with it, which is that neon yellow, a little bit of coral and orange, and that hot pink. I'll be using this long wear concealer to shape my eyebrows and conceal any dark marks on my skin. Use a thick eye primer to prime your eyelids. For this look, you will need some shadow shields to put at the corner of your eyes to give that sharp cut that we'll be making at the end of our eyeshadow. I'll be using Juvia's Place Culture Palette, which has the majority of colors I need for the look. Get your Michelle and Company brushes to achieve this look. Use a blending brush to tap each color into the gradient, starting with your hot pink, then the coral, then move on to the orange, yellow, and you'll be using that fluorescent yellow to end it off. For foundation, I'm using the Becca 24-hour full coverage, and then to seal it, I'm using Maybeline Superstay and Loreal Infallible finishing powder. To set in between application, I'm using the Derma Blend Lock and Last. That will be set before, during, and after. Using Stila Cosmetics Illuminating Concealer to highlight underneath my eyes. Using a fluffy flat concealer brush to conceal underneath the eyes. Blend in with the Loreal Infallible Blur-fection powder, and as you could see, as it sets the concealer, it disappears. Using Highlight Contour and More contour powder palette and an angle contour brush to conceal and contour the side of the nose bridge, taking it up into the area of where the eyeshadow is, but not to blend with the eyeshadow, and then moving on to the cheekbones. If you look closely, this look calls for purple eyeliner, so using the Suva Beauty water activated eyeliner, starting from the tear duct and tight lining until the end of the eye. Using a purple eyeliner for under the eye. Fluff your lashes with mascara, which can be used in preparation for false lashes. And next, I'm adding false lashes to this look to give it a nice drama. I'm adding orange blush for this look. Adding a gold iridescent blush to the orange eyeshadow, I'm using an iridescent gold eyeshadow for this. Using a gem stick and spirit gum to follow the layout of gem work that's on the actual eye look inspo. Next, line your lips with a skin tone lip liner. Using Lion Crime's orange lipstick for this look. Then final seal with L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. Must add my tiara, and next will be my backpack in order to really finish this look. Okay guys, this is the final look. Obviously, I do not have like the full neon costume like you saw, but I improvised because I usually have most of the colors. So as the backpack for the costume already had the orange and the pink, and there is some neon somewhere wrong in this, so I try to improvise. So again, this is the final look. It was a lot of work because it is carnival. It's a lot of layers and a lot of spraying. So I hope you guys get some inspiration if you are doing Miami Carnival, and I'll see you all for the next video. Bye and happy carnival.
My friends and family, so mommy, my jealousy, we party, no enemies. No